Hello, I'm Kristen. Welcome back to the vlog. So today I went for a swim. It was just a technique swim, pretty chill, but good day. And then picked up my Crazy Legs race bib packet. So you'll be hearing about that tomorrow. Very excited. Special little surprise, which I think you guys will think is awesome because I think it's awesome. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. Anyways, picked up my race packet, and then this afternoon I was just like, I felt so tired, like just bone dead. So I took a little nap, did some reading, just kind of chilled. And then I worked a spring volleyball game. That was pretty good. We totally won. Badgers crushed it, so that was awesome. And then, yeah, just hung out with the other interns after work, and here I am. So you're probably thinking, now what is she gonna talk about? There's, some different things that I could talk about. And I've decided that I'm gonna talk about my watch because I love this thing, and I think, it's helpful to hear watch reviews, I guess. And I didn't really have a startling, really crazy thing that happened today that I really wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna talk about my watch. So my watch is a Garmin Vivoactive 5 music version, whatever that means. But so I've had this watch for about 4 years. Yes, about 4 years. And before that, I had the Vivoactive 3 music for about 4 years before that. And I think that one died. I think that it just one day didn't turn back on. And so that's when I got a new watch. So obviously, since I got the Vivoactive 3 and then later upgraded to the next version, I really like the Vivoactives. I think they're great. I think that they suit my needs really well, and I love the size and the shape and the customizability, and also the buttons. There's 2 buttons on this one. I think the first one only had 1 button. But works for everything I need. Tracks, what does it track? Tracks all my workouts. It tracks my pulse ox, which I don't really know too much about. Heart rate, intensity, minutes. You can add hydration, naps, last activity. If you're a woman, it can do menstrual cycles, music, weather, notifications, calendar, which I don't ever do calendar stuff, sleep coach, recovery, sleep score, respiration, HRV, stress, steps, body battery, and calories. That was a lot. All good things. I think that some, the Forerunner, the more advanced Forerunners, you can do more with, but I don't know if this is all that I have on here. It also tracks your the VO2 max. Blanking. Anyways, lots of good features, lots of good tracking. I will say, so I got my first Vivoactive in 2018, and at that time, I really got it because of the aesthetic. I liked the size and the roundness, and that was kind of the Forerunners, I think, were all square or something like that, so I was I'm not gonna get that, so I'm gonna get the Vivoactive. And I really loved it for the next 4 years, right? And then I just kind of upgraded without searching for the other types or what the capabilities of other watches were, and it was relatively good pricey, and I think I got it for Black Friday or whatever, so good deal on that. But here are my complaints. Now that I've gotten into triathlons, it does not track swimming very well at all. And like some people I think it works fine for, but like I've tried to do all the fixes of like, okay, longer time after you do the flip turn, spend longer time like gliding or whatever. I've tried that. Some say there's like, for like kicking specifically, because it doesn't capture when you're not moving your arm. Some people say there's like a preset or a setting for that. I don't have that setting. I don't know where it is. But it seems like when I pull with a pull buoy, I get like way more yards than I'm supposed to get. Like, I think today I pulled 500 yards and it said I pulled like 825 or something. So something's like messed up. And like, I noticed that it was better when I would stop and touch the wall and then turn around. But now with flip turns, it like geeks out. So that's a little unfortunate because especially for like long swims, when I'm trying to do 3,000 yards at one time, and I'm literally counting, I think that's 60 laps, it's like awful. It's kind of awful to count all those laps and like not be able to rely on your watch. So I've heard Forerunners are better for that, and then also Forerunners have a triathlon option, which would be really great. I'm duking it out. I'm gonna like try to get through the summer with these triathlons, and if I prove to myself that it's something I want to continue with, then I'll get a different watch. But I did realize too, one of my friends actually just got a Forerunner 245, I believe, and it looks very similar to mine. It's like round and all that. And I just realized, I was like, well, this whole time I thought that like you couldn't get Forerunners in a round face that's small. And I feel kind of silly for like kind of thinking that, even though I like never consciously like thought about it. That sounds kind of weird, but like I finally realized like, yeah, watches are more customizable than they were in 2018. So keeping that in mind for the next purchase. But anyways, I really like the Garmin like ecosystem or whatever. Like I think that it's great. It has a ton of data, which is really helpful. I've never had an Apple Watch, so I can't really like say I hate or love them. I'm just like, I've been so impressed and so happy with my Garmin that I don't think I would switch. But yeah, really good for running, really good for exercising, and great because I'm not on my phone or like on my watch responding to notifications, which I really like. And I also like that I can see my notifications, so if there's something urgent, you know, I can go on my phone or whatever. So yeah, I like my Vivoactive 5. It's been great. It, again, like 4 years. It seems perfectly fine. Battery life is about like 5-ish days with exercise. Probably like 10 maybe without exercise every day. So battery life is really good. It takes about like hour and a half to get a full charge if I'm really down to like 5% or something. And I feel like it's pretty accurate. Like I like the monitoring and how it does, and it works great for me and for my activity level. So would recommend Garmin. Certainly would recommend the Vivoactive 5. However, I would definitely look into other options if you're looking at triathlon training or swimming specifically. I'm curious to see how it'll do in open water swimming. I think that should be better because I would assume it's GPS tracking. So hopefully that's a little bit smoother, but we'll really see how it goes. And yeah, thanks for joining me and for listening to me talk about my Garmin. Yeah, I'm really tired tonight, so hopefully some of that was helpful, and we'll see you tomorrow. Tune in because it's gonna be an awesome vlog tomorrow. Bye!